Okay, guys, welcome to the channel. What's up, Soul Squad? If you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you're true to my channel, we're doing it again, guys. All right, so it's baked beans and deviled eggs. I have to say that slow before I say double eggs, but it's deviled eggs. If you want two more good sides for Thanksgiving, must have. Well, the baked beans is new to me. I really don't make baked beans at Thanksgiving, but it's like lately everybody was like, "Are you having baked beans? Are you having baked beans?" My nephew, "Are you having baked beans?" So, guys, we're gonna show you guys how to do baked beans. I'm gonna show you how to do it my way. We're gonna add a little bit of green peppers and things like that. And you know what? Before we get started this video, we gotta do one thing, guys. Soul Squad, hit that intro. All right, guys, we're back to the green peppers and onions. Now, I didn't use a whole lot. I used a little bit of green peppers, a little bit of onions, because, I got to repeat these steps next week. Well, this week, actually, this Thursday, because today's Sunday, I had to repeat these steps. And, I don't want to, make a whole lot of something. So I'm just using a little bit of green peppers, a little bit of onions. We just want to like boost these baked beans up to a different level. So what we're gonna do, I put a little bit of oil in the pan, which is vegetable oils, canola oil, olive oil. It's up to you. Remember, your house your way, my house my way, your kitchen your way, your kitchen your. Wait a minute. Your kitchen your way, my kitchen my way. Okay, y'all, I'm doing a voiceover. When I do voiceovers, I be all over the place. But back to the dish. We're letting these green peppers and onions saute again. I'm not doing a whole lot. This is going to be a little dish because, like I said, I have to cook all this stuff again over. Now, for some reason, everybody's been talking about baked beans being a staple. Even one of my Soul Squad members is like, baked beans, double eggs, and macaroni and cheese. It's like, it go together. I don't do too many baked beans. That's the summertime, but I'm answering the call, okay? So I am showing you guys how I do baked beans. We're going to fully load them up with these peppers and onions. And again, this is optional. You don't have to do this. You can still follow this recipe without using peppers and onions, and it's still going to come out great. So we're just going to let this go ahead and saute. I'm not going to fully cook them, but I want them to get, kind of tender and soft before we add it all together into our beans and stuff. So let's go ahead and let this saute for a minute. And then once this gets the way I want it to be, and I'm telling you, who thought peppers and onions smell so good? That's all we getting here, okay? So we throwing in our sausages now. You can use turkey, equa sausage, ones with no skin. I opt out to use these beef ones. So what I did is that I just took a pack of beef sausage. I didn't use a whole thing because, like I said, I'm not making a lot. So I put in just enough, and I cut them and dice them, and I'm throwing them in here with the onions. Now, you're probably wondering why she's doing that, because they're going to cook in the beans. Yeah, they're going to cook in the beans, but y'all, it's just me. You don't have to do it this way. I just decided to go here and mix my onions and my peppers and my sausages all up together. Okay, this how small I'm saying I'm doing. I am doing this 1 can of Bush's baked beans, and I have this little small aluminum pan right here. Like I said, I'm not doing a whole lot, guys. So what I always do is that I drain the juices out of my baked beans, because when I add in those sugars and things like that, it's gonna create more juice. Now, if you leave the juice in, that's me taking the top out the baked beans. If you leave the juices in there, it's going to create so much juice. It takes forever for it to like not dry up, but to get all that moisture out. So I always drain mine first. So that's just a quick tip if you guys wanted to know that. Okay, here we go. I put some butter in here. So I'm using like this is actually a whole stick of butter. Not even a whole stick because I did use some of this butter earlier, but this is a whole stick of butter. The backside don't even have that much butter on here. But I always put some butter in my baked beans. And guys, you see how full this these beans are because my son came in and was like, Mom, one can of beans for real. Okay, so I added the second can of beans in here that I drained the juice off. I got my butter. I always go in with some granulated white sugar. It's like a half a cup of white sugar. And then I always use brown sugar. I use both of them, the white sugar and the brown sugar. But it's always just about a half a cup of each. So yeah, I'm using my hands. Again, your kitchen your way, my kitchen my way. And we're going in with about a half a cup of brown sugar. So again, it depends on how much beans you're making, how many cans of beans you're making, or how much sugar you use. Now these are two 28-ounce canned beans, and I thought one cup of sugar was good. Like I said, a half of white and a half of brown, some mustard. I ain't get to the mustard because I see it there, but I'm about to stir up the butter and the sugars because again, this pan is small. This is the only aluminum pan I had in the house right now, but it's still, it was able to service what I needed to do. So I'm just stirring up the sugars, trying to get everything stirred up into this pan. And like I said, make sure to drain your beans because this sugar and the butter and all that is going to create its own juices for your beans to, to soak up. So I'm just getting it all stirred up in there. And the next step is that the mustard. Now, I like mustard. It could be any type of mustard. I just want to give it that tangy taste. And again, I'm just spreading the mustard. I'm going to say about maybe 2 teaspoons of mustard. I don't eat the beans. I am not a bean eater of any type of beans. So my family love my baked beans. And they love the little tang that it goes with the mustard. So you guys know when I cook, I pretty much eyeball everything. Yes, I'm going in with some syrup, about maybe 2 tablespoons of syrup. Because these beans, they baked beans, okay? And we're stirring them up. So now what I'm doing is to still continue to stir up that sugar. I'm stirring up that mustard. Like I said, about maybe 2 teaspoons of mustard, about a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons of 2 tablespoons of syrup. And it could be any type of syrup. It don't have to be log cabin. It's just what I had on hand right now in my house. And we're just stirring this up. I want to get everything nice and incorporated. Get all those sugars stirred up in there. Get that mustard all around up in there. And, just get everything nice. So what we're about to do next, we're going to add in our meat and our veggies. So at this point, I'm going to add in my sausages and my peppers and onions. Again, as much sausages, as much peppers and onions as you will like for your family. Again, this is a sample dish, something I could share with my YouTube subscribers. You guys are my second family, and I want that Thanksgiving to be right. Everybody be like, who made them baked beans? Okay. But again, if you're not into peppers and onions and sausages in your baked beans. You can use some ground beef. You can use some ground turkey because this is more of like a savory baked bean where the sweet and the salty come together and that flavor just explode all up in your mouth. So this is more so of a savory and sweet type baked beans. And as you can tell, I'm getting all those sausages and onions about that pan. And we're just going to stir it. Now, I got my oven set at 400. I always cook my baked beans on 400. It's just what I do because I really want them juices to absorb. I like the baked beans typically on the not dry side, but not too much juice side. So when I'm finished stirring these things up, they most definitely go in the oven on 400. I do not cover them with aluminum foil or anything. The sausages is going to get an extra cook, but people like them like that. At least we do. They do. Because again, I don't eat them. But yeah, I cook a lot of things that I don't eat. I just love to watch people eat and see my family happy. And again, like this dish, I don't know how many people gonna be baking this at Thanksgiving, but once you find out, it's a lot of people just like they're just requesting baked beans at Thanksgiving. This almost, I don't know, this is a new side dish that people are adding because they need to add something new. Because every year we cook the same things, and this year let's add a new dish. But I'm constantly stirring these beans up because, like I say, I want to get everything, all that sugar and everything all together. oven of 400, and look at that. I'm just giving you a sneak peek. Yeah, I placed them on a cookie sheet because I knew the pan was small and I didn't want anything dripping in my oven. Okay, off to my deviled eggs. I really got to concentrate on the name of this name, because it's like I end up saying double for so long, my whole life. So, guys, I took about maybe 8 eggs, I believe, and I boiled them and peeled them. I didn't think you guys want to see me boil and peel them and everything like that. So basically what I'm doing now is that I'm just cutting them. You know how you cut your eggs. I'm cutting them. I have a tray that I'm laying the eggs back in, and I have my bowl that I'm putting my yolk in. This is fairly just easy. This part, you want to make sure you get all the yellow yolk up out of there and things like that. And you want to make sure you cut your eggs. I am so surprised that, guys, I only messed up one egg. Comment below, when you make your eggs, how many eggs do you actually mess up when you make your eggs? I normally do like 3 or 4 eggs end up getting messed up, and that's in the peeling process. But you know, if you make sure you boil your eggs in cold water, add a teaspoon of baking soda in your eggs, and then make sure you add your salt. It'll help the peeling process more easier. And so maybe I should have shown that. But that's what I do. Put a teaspoon of baking soda, a teaspoon of salt. I always use cold water because you want your eggs to cook evenly. And you'll get a good peel off them eggs. Like I said, I only mess up one. Everything else peeled off just great. And what we're doing now, we're just preparing them to do our filling, to make the filling, the yolk filling, and then just to cut the eggs and line them up. Yeah, I just took this random dish that I had, put some lemon foil on it, and placed these eggs in there. So I'm gonna continue right now just to cut these eggs. Let you guys see how I cut my eggs. Yeah. Double eggs is easy to make. It's just a couple of ingredients. You don't have to be intimidated by it. But some people do say, oh my gosh, they don't know how to make this. So yeah, I'm showing you guys. It is so easy and it's simple. The way I do it is very simple, just a couple of ingredients. Simplicity is everything. You don't have to go overboard and doing a whole lot to them. But some people like bacon, some people like relish. Lately, the seafood thing, really been happening when it comes to making double eggs. That's what my nephew wants. He wants some shrimp double eggs. And I think his mom, look, I said double. See, if I just flow with the flow, I don't think about it and I'll say double eggs. And I think that's what his mom is making him for Thanksgiving. But I am keeping it simple. I am keeping the budget down because this is not the time to get crazy outside your budget, because food is very expensive. So that's why some of these videos are limited. Please go and watch a lot of my other videos that I made over the years, for around Thanksgiving time. But I thought I'd just do a couple of important ones that people really like, that must-haves that have to be at them side dishes on your table. Now here, I always use a fork, and I use my fork just to mash up my egg yolks. I really want to get them mashed up together and make sure there's no lumps. Some people might like this kind of lumpy. I really don't. For the foremost, I like mine kind of smoothed out. Try to mash those lumps as much as possible. Okay, guys, like I said, I keep my deviled eggs very simple. Now they smashed the way I like them. Like, again, I use the fork to really smash them down. Now we're gonna go in with the ingredients. Again, it's very simple. It's not a lot. And comment below if you're a relish or non-relish person. Usually when I make eggs for friends or somebody like that, someone asks me to put relish in them, and I'll do that. I'm going to with my mustard. Again, I like tanginess. So I'm going to use maybe a teaspoon and a half of mustard, even up to 2 teaspoons of mustard, if you really want to say, because I like the tanginess behind it. Now, I use real mayo. You could use any type of mayo that you want. I use Kraft real mayo. You can use Hellmann's. You can use Duke's. You can use Mercury if you prefer. Again, how you do yours is up to you. But just like I always say, you guys, on potato salad, I like a dried yolk as well, filling for my double egg, so I'm not using a lot. Hey, yeah, so somebody say, oh my God, you put sugar? Yeah. I put sugar. in my double eggs. About a teaspoon. That's it, that's all. And some black pepper. No salt. And then I just stir it all up together. And yes, I taste it. And like I said, I like mine dry. So that's more than enough mayonnaise in there. All right. Let's make our double eggs. Okay, guys, this is my yolk. That's what it looked like. I could not find a spoon to save my life. I have a fault. So use a spoon when it comes to scraping your yolk filling out. Okay, so just go ahead. Try to use a little bit of filling at a time. See, that's the messed up egg I told you about. That might be that. That's gonna be my taste sampler. You know, when you be making dough eggs, you be sampling them things. That might be my taste sampler one because, you know, I like them to look pretty. A whole egg. So, yeah, so go ahead and fill them up. I say use a spoon. You want to use a spoon because you get a good scoop when you use a spoon. But don't over scoop because for some reason, comment below, when you make your eggs, how is it that you end up with less yolk? To this thing, the yolk to egg ratio when it comes to double eggs is so off for me. It is so off for me. So I just learned to put a little bit in each egg as I go along. And then at the end, I'll go back, scrape the bowl, and then put what's left on top. But the egg, the yolk ratio be off. I don't know how that happens. It's like a true thing. I always just happen to me or I'm doing something wrong. But like I said, comment below if that happens to you. And just start off with a little bit and then add the rest later. Okay, so squad, this is the end result. So you know what? Presentation is key. I am going in with my paprika, just like I did my potato salad. Just a little bit of paprika, you know, just to make it look pretty. You know, when you sit things on the table, you want everything be like, oh, them double eggs look good. That's it, them double. Them eggs look good. So yeah, not a lot, just enough for, you know, to give that little color that you're looking for. But yeah, these things tasted good, honey. Oh yeah, I'm frying some chicken. Look at them chicken legs. Ah! You think I'm just making those eggs and them baked beans? They gotta have something to go with them. I thought I'd give you guys a closer shot of the eggs, just what they looking like. Make your mouth water because Thanksgiving is 3 days away. A lot of us are getting in the kitchen early, but yeah, it's the side dish that everybody loves. Just make sure you make enough. ISO squad. This is the final picture presentation of the eggs and the beans. Like, share, subscribe, hit that bell, be notified, and happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy.